So I've got some new Dagger mods here. One new Dagger mod for both the Daggers, and that is the factory Glock magazine release, and or the factory Glock extended magazine release, that is. And I'm having some issues with it, and it's not that major in my opinion, but we'll see what you guys think. So the first one I installed was for the full size, and I got it in. It took a minute. It was kind of a bitch, and I think it was a little harder on the Dagger than it was on my Glock with the Ghost extended. I think it was Ghost extended magazine release, which, by the way, at least in the Glock, does not add the amount of extension that the Glock magazine extension adds in the Dagger. You can see how far it sticks out of the Dagger right there, and then how far it sticks out of my Glock 17. So, a little harder to get in, and I'm thinking that was because, you know, the Dagger and the Glock. The Dagger is a Glock clone, but they are different. And so it was. I'm thinking that's why it was a little harder. All right, my dog just hit my tripod. He's licking the foot of my tripod, but so I think that's why it was hard to get in. I digress. But I got it in, and obviously, like I said, it's really fucking long. It sticks way the fuck out there. And I noticed immediately when I put it in this one, I went to put the magazine in, and it got stuck. And I did it a few times, and it worked fine, and then it got stuck again. And I realized if you are inserting your magazine and you cant it that way, so let's say this is straight in, and if you stick it straight in that way, no issues. But if you cant it back like that, or angle it back where the bottom of the mag is towards the back of the gun, over explaining it, it will catch on that magazine release. And I don't know if I've tried this with a loaded magazine or not. I might have to do that. And so I was like, okay, whatever. You know, I guess it makes for tactical or emergency reloads, kind of like, I mean, maybe you're skeptical. But I mean, it really, you have to get it just right to have it do that. And I think if you're just slamming it home, it doesn't matter. It's going to blow past that. But it's just something I noticed that I wasn't expecting, that I didn't experience on my Glock 17 with the Ghost. You know what? Actually, let me make sure. Yeah, no, it's butter going in there. I mean, there's like a little resist. I mean, there's like, you can feel it, but it's not having that issue. So put the next one in the compact, and I was inserting the mag and stuff, and it seemed like it wasn't having that same issue. And then all of a sudden, where did I fucking put that mag? Okay. Anyway, there's a mag floating around here somewhere for it. You know, here it is. It had the same issue. So it's hitting, that's with the 19 mag. And these are Glock mags, so has the same issue. But obviously, if you just push it in like you normally do and don't hold it actively back like that, it'll go. And if you're holding it back like that, and it'll pop right in if you push it back forward. So see, but that right there, I don't know. I don't love that, but at the same time, it doesn't bother me that much. Probably going to end up figuring out, and let's see, let's try a loaded magazine. So I've got this over here behind me, so I don't accidentally pick it up, but let's see. Yeah, same thing. So it does happen with a loaded mag as well. So, you know, maybe I'll try and file down these magazine releases, because I do like how far they stand off the pistol. It fixes my biggest gripe with the Dagger. Like, I'm going to hold it like I normally do. My thumb is landing on that. I can actually do it without adjusting my grip at all, I think. So let's see. It's hard. But you can do it. That spring is just tough in there, but without any leverage. But it's leaps and bounds better than the factory Dagger magazine release. But that was just something I noticed on that. And in this video, where is my fucking holster? I wanted to kind of give an update on the Glock 17 holster, not the Glock 17 holster, the Tier 1 MSP for the Surefire X200. Let me go grab it real quick. I think I left it in the other room. Wasn't in the other room. I was sitting on it. So and not the holster itself. The holster's great. I like it just as much as my TLR1 holster, but these discrete carry concepts clips. And the experience I'm having may be obvious to some people, and I kind of figured this might be the case when I got it. But these clips in here, being metal, obviously have very thin, not very sharp, but thin and grabby edges. Like you've got a place to put your finger here, and they flex a good bit. They flex plenty to get it onto your belt or whatever. But you don't have as much real estate on the tips of these as you do. Oh man, see, and especially because I have this one the way I have to have it set up. And I don't have to have it this way. I could adjust it so I can get these screws down towards the bottom if I move. How would I do that? If I move this down there and then slid this up, I could have spacing like this and make it a little easier to grab. And now that I see that, I may do that. Either way, though, even grabbing this side, I'm losing my train of thought here. Even grabbing this side here, it's hard to grab. And the belts I use, this little piece that's in there that like hooks across the bottom of your belt is really grabby. So it'll grab whatever material. And unlike the factory plastic tier 1 concealed, you can't really slide it off. Like with my tier 1 concealed, say I have the regular tier 1 concealed clips on here, and I lift these up and start to pull it up out of my pants. I can let these down. If they're the tier 1 concealed ones, I can pull them up, unhook it, pull it up just enough to get them cleared past the belt, let them down, and then just slide this the rest of the way off. You can't do that with this one. So I guess what I'm getting at is it's a little easier to get on and off with the regular plastic tier 1 concealed clips than it is with these, but you do lose some amount of concealability. These are discreet. Discreet carry concepts is a great name. Hey Socks, it's a great name for these clips because they're very discreet. Even though, you know, you have a tucked in shirt and have the shirt tucked in behind them and you can see these on the front of your belt, they don't stick out like the tier 1 concealed. The tier 1 concealed, these big plastic clips are just, they stand out a lot. And I'll just go get that holster to do a side by side. So as you can see, and I know I've done this side by side before already, but they are significantly bigger. But like I said, they're so easy to grab and manipulate, and your belt can slide right in between there once you get it unhooked from the bottom. And that is really convenient, taking it on and off. It's much easier to take on and off with the tier 1 clips. But, you know, is that really worth the concealment? You know, maybe not. Like I said in the last video, these are expensive. Another thing I did notice is the spacers these come with. I used the rubber spacers these came with instead of reusing the plastic ones that come on the tier 1 concealed holsters. And you know, maybe I ought to do that, at least use the plastic ones on this side because they are extra thick on that side that's angled, you know, and that's probably for a reason. But I mean, I haven't really had an issue with this the way I have it set up now. So I'll probably just run it like this. And you can probably see that I've taken the magazine off, the extra mag holder off of this MSP, and that is just because I'm too fat. I'm too fat for this extra mag. Like, I can wear it, I can do it. I did it for like, you know, 3 or 4 days, maybe a week, and it was okay. I mean, not even a week, actually. Let me not even kid myself. I did it for like, yeah, a few days. And even with a non-extended magazine, you know, I went from here to here to make it run in my belt line better because I like to line kind of the tops of all these up. And I guess I could, now that I have these clips adjusted, go back to there. And maybe that's what I ought to do before I totally give up on this mag carrier. But it just really gets in your gut up here, especially with an extended mag. And, you know, like I said, I could move it down here. You know, maybe that's what I ought to try before I totally give up on this. Maybe I ought to try running it a little lower to kind of mimic the footprint that this has. It just, the way I carry this dead center of my appendix. So this is like, usually I like to have my belt buckle or button right here in the middle. But that just kind of makes this hang off to the side in an uncomfortable place. And if it's too high, it gets into my gut. And if it's too low, it'll right in my like upper thigh and kind of jab me there as well. So that's just kind of food for thought for holsters and stuff. I know I've said in the last video, if you see something on a holster that you think might not work for you, it's probably not going to work for you. You know your body well. That's like this Vetter holster that I was so mad about. Like, I saw this and it was such a good price, and you know, for a lot of people this is going to work great, but for me, I can't do one clip. I've got to have 2 clips. And I knew that, but I was like, you know, a lot of people use these single clip holsters from We the People. A lot of people are happy with this style of holster. And this was like 40 to 60 bucks from Vetter, and I really wanted one that would accommodate my light. And man, I knew it was going to be a problem. I knew I wasn't going to like this, but I was like, you know, I trust the opinion of others. And sometimes that works, and sometimes you need to go with your gut. And like I said, you know yourself more than anyone else. And that's why, you know, before I got that Vetter, I was looking at these crossbreeds, and I ended up getting one of these at a Bass Pro Shops. And yeah, it's fucking great. I love it. And I knew I would. When I saw them online, I knew I was going to like these. Leather back, very soft up against your skin. But then you've got the 2-clip design as well. And it's the tuck, so you can like tuck shirts in behind it. I knew I was going to like this, and I do, and I love it. And I wish it had a light, or I wish it was light bearing, but, you know, you got to pick your battles. It's also nice to have like a super concealment option, because this is like super concealment when you're carrying appendix. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go over the daggers today, mostly with these extended mag releases, because I feel like this is a really common upgrade for the Dagger, because the factory mag release is so short that it's really like their biggest flaw, in my opinion, other than like the striker breaking. But I mean, I can't really speak on that either, because mine have treated me so well, given, you know, this one doesn't have the round count of this one, and maybe this will have a striker issue. I just haven't had one yet, so, you know, I'm not butthurt about it. But that's it. And my phone's probably about to die. Hopefully it doesn't die before I finish this video. I've just had a super busy day, and honestly, I just want to get this done. I didn't feel like sitting there waiting on my phone to charge, or honestly, my lazy ass didn't want to go to the other room to get my charger, plug it in here, and then plug it into my phone, because I got to kind of scoot the couch away from the wall. Y'all know how it is. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else. My hands are painted because I'm painting my rifle again, because I'm so fucking indecisive. I can't decide what I like the most. So I went for something real practical. Hopefully that'll, you know, that'll appease my appetite for spray painting my rifle, and I'll be satisfied for a little longer. But once that's dry, I'll probably do a video around that, and because, you know, as far as like my experience with painting my rifle, I've done some questionable paint jobs, and I've got some pictures of them. I tried to do a desert night camo is what I tried to do, and it didn't fucking turn out very good. And it's because I'm impatient and I used the wrong tape, which I know better. I did it before I had to go to work, and I used duct tape instead of like pinstriping tape to do the square pattern for the DNC. For what I had, honestly, not that bad. But damn, it was time consuming, and maybe I ought to try it again, because if you get some pinstriping tape, you can kind of make it, you can make it a little easier on yourself. So maybe I'll try it again, maybe I won't. But in the next video, I say that, I don't know what the fuck's going to be in the next video. Maybe in the next video, I'll post like a slideshow of the different paint jobs on my AR. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just, you know, if you're buyer beware, if you're gonna get the OEM Glock mag extended magazine release and put it in your Dagger, you're probably gonna have this issue, considering I had it with both my Daggers. I think it's just the let's see if we can actually see, because you can kind of see it down there. Let's see, can I zoom on this? Yeah. Let's bring this light over here. Yeah, so you can see where the front of that magazine release right there protrudes a little bit. So I guess, yeah, if you file down the whole front of it, which, yeah, and now that I look at it like this, I'm definitely going to do that. This is actually the best view I've been able to get of it, with that reflection off the bottom of that magazine release. But you can see where it's catching. I mean, it's catching right on the middle there. I assume maybe it's catching on this side over here. Maybe I'll throw some well, fuck, I don't know. I was gonna say throw some like paint on the end of the magazine to see, but I'm pretty sure it's catching just right on the front there. And of course you can't fucking see it. I guess you might be able to see it from the top, but you know what? Fuck it, let's try it. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Let's see if we can see. This is real time. You know, are gunsmithing with me. See if we can diagnose this issue. Hang on, let me move my light around here. Okay, we're coming in. I'm trying to keep it. Whoops, I got it angled the wrong way. Oh, okay, so it looks like. Yep. It's actually catching on the corner right there. Probably a little of the front too, but that's obviously the biggest spot. Let me see if I can kind of slide it to the side. Oh, fuck, this is hard. Yeah, so you see where it's catching. All right, well, cool. We just learned that together. Damn, look at this camera though. Damn, look at this fucking shitty stipple job. Honestly, hang on. Look at this shitty stipple job where I burnt the fuck out of it. That ball sack texture, that ball sack pattern. Yeah. Somebody said that. I think I mentioned that before, and now I can't unsee the ball sack pattern on the dagger. So, that's pretty much it. I've said that a few times this video, but I mean it for real this time. So, thank you guys for watching. Damn, son of a bitch, I forgot to fix that. I'll get that fixed. Maybe that'll be in the next video too. Like I said, I'm not having that issue with my, oh, I don't have a magazine in this. See, that's good. I keep the magazine away from me. I don't have that issue in my Ghost Ink extended magazine release, and obviously it's not, you know, doesn't stick quite as far out on the Glock as the OEM Glock ones do on the Dagger. So I'll play with these a little bit. I'll probably swap this one into one of these just to see how big of a difference it is, see if you have that issue. And then, you know, I definitely will do that. I'll probably swap this one into this dagger since I'm giving it to my girlfriend. I don't want it to have any issues. And then I'll swap this. Let's see. Yeah, this one I'll put in this one. This one I'll put in this one. And this one I'll put in this one. Yeah, that makes sense. So this one will be the good one. It'll go in Chelsea's gun, assuming it works really good. And then I'll take this one, put it in the Glock because OEM Glock, you know, I just like that kind of thing. And then I'll take the one out of here and put it in here, and that way, you know, this isn't like I don't really carry this anymore. It's just kind of like a fun range toy, and you know, it doesn't need to have that reliable concealed carry or everyday carry reliability like my 17 does. So, well, my phone just dimmed, my screen just dimmed, so my phone's about to die, so I'm going to end this video here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.